welcome back to Red Ted Art. Aren't these paper toys brilliant? These are never-ending kaleidoscopes, and we've made 4 of our favourite characters for you. Now all you need to do is print them off. You can either choose to colour them yourself or get the ready-made ones. I've got 2 of these on my website linked below, and 2 of these on my fabulous friend Hattie Fan's website, also linked below. So you can get them all readily coloured already, or you can colour them in yourself. Now the colouring is a little bit tricky, so if you do it yourself, which I think you should because it's fun, do check the ready-made ones just sort of as a guide to help you figure out which colour goes where. Or if you get the ready-made ones like this, you can still colour in the background with a pencil. I think that would look really good. So you have to go to 2 different websites, my one and Hattie Fan's. So you have to go to different pages to print them off, but really you can get them all for free. And just whilst I've got your attention, look, we've got some other designs here. This one my daughter coloured in. So if you want an autumnal one, I'll link that below as well. And similarly, look, this is a bit squashed because we made this last Christmas and we've still got it. We've got some Christmas ones, so you don't have to do Pokemon, but of course the Pokemon are great. So today I'm going to show you how to make this Bulbasaur one, but of course they're all the same, but you know, this is the design I happen to have picked. So come on, let's take a look. Right, so to make your kaleidoscopes, you will need to choose whichever character you want to do. So I've got Bulbasaur here and his evolutions. I've also coloured it in myself, but of course, like I've mentioned before, there's these printables, so you don't have to colour, you just do the assembly. I'm going to show you how to do the assembly right now, and I'm going to take my time doing it. So if this video becomes a bit long, I'm taking my time on purpose so that you can see every single step. And it's really important that you follow the steps. Now, when you're colouring yourself, remember the characters go like this: 1, 2, 3. That's the first character. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the second one. So they go across, not diagonally, not this way, not up or down. And it's really important when you're doing your colouring, because otherwise you'll make a mistake. And we have done mistakes. Also, when you're colouring, what you can do is you can open up the pre-printed version and you can use that as a guide, and it really will make it easier to colour, because otherwise it's a bit of a colouring puzzle, to be honest. So once you've got the colouring right, and do take care, because it's so frustrating. Imagine you get it all correct and then you get one ear wrong. That would be so annoying. So once you've got the colouring done, or you've used the pre-coloured ones, you start cutting out. Now we'll speed this bit up because it is obviously a bit boring. Here we go. So we have our cutout piece of paper. Now the next bit is super important. You want to fold across all the lines going this way and all the lines going this way and like that. Now if you fold them in the right order and do it really neatly, honestly this is so much easier. If you don't, it can get quite hard. So the first lines I'm going to do are the ones going across, and for that I'm going to turn mine round. And then I'm going to fold up and use the line as a guide, like so, and make it nice and neat. These have to be super neat. And fold over. Again, use the line that's there as a guide. Do it as neat as you possibly can. It'll make all the difference. So that's the first 2. And turn it round. Fold this up. And then fold this up. So that's my first set of lines complete. Okay, now I'm going to swivel it round and go in the other direction, so the line's going that way. Okay, so that's the first set of lines, and these ones you folded like that, yeah? So now I'm going to fold across, but fold it in, so the pattern shows inside. And this time it's harder to spot the lines, especially if you're folding across them. So I find it easier to try and line up these diagonals and create a super neat point at the top and a straight line at the bottom. So you want to hit where the pointy bits all along. Again, the neater you can do it, the better. Okay, so I've done the first 2, and I'm going to do the other side. So if you line up all the points and all the dips, there we go. Nice and tight. Now, if you've done all your folding correct, you can then, if you take your glue bit and just point it in, it should all start folding up just the way you want it. So test that it's all folding up so it looks a bit like a snake. And if it's doing that, great, you can start gluing. If not, just re-score your lines. So mine does fold up, that's great. So now I'm going to put lots of glue on the glue bit. Start off with these three, don't do those yet. Make sure you get it right to the edge and right into that little corner. Like so. There we go. And then you can tuck these on top. And again, try and line everything up as much as possible. You may want an adult to help you at this point because it is a little bit fiddly. It's totally doable, but it is fiddly. If you've done your folds neatly, it'll be even easier. Again, so try not to get them overlapping. You want it all nicely aligned. And you can give it a little squeeze to help hold them in place. Try not to get fingers on your glue on your fingers actually, because that does make it a bit harder. So tuck it in. Now if you can bear it, wait a minute for this to set before gluing the edge. So if you can wait a minute, it does help. And then you fold these out. Like so. Add a bit of glue. The longer you let things dry, the easier it is to assemble, but obviously I'm showing you on the video. Yeah. Okay. Then you squeeze this a bit like so. Tuck these in. And then you gently press down on the middle. It is a bit fiddly and it is a little bit hard. So now I will let this dry at least 1 minute because otherwise it will fall apart, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how it moves, okay? So we've actually let this dry for about 5 minutes, and if we go and find him, look, there's Bombsaw, and you can see him transform into all the different characters. Now I just want to give you one word of warning. Sometimes when you turn it this way around, it looks like, oh my goodness, I've stuck it together incorrectly, oh no. So just so you know, one side will always be incorrect, the other side will always be just fine. So just the way it goes, you can't actually assemble this incorrectly other than not letting it dry or glue properly. So there you go. Here's how to make your Pokemon kaleidoscope. Aren't they brilliant? I simply adore them. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course we'll see you here again soon. Bye!